The Senate has listed some issues it will be considering for amendment in the 1999 Constitution. Some of the issues listed by the Constitution Review Committee at the end of the retreat in Asaba, the Delta State capital, are one term of 5 years for the President, Vice President, governors and deputy governors, and devolution of powers for true federalism, as well as the immunity clause. However, the Deputy Senate President and Chairman of the Senate Committee on Constitution Review, Senator Ike Ekweremadu, gave the assurance that the Senate has no position on any of the issues for consideration in the review of the Constitution.
He was calling me Garba, and I told him that I'm not Garba.
Ambitious. This may be the best way to describe the attempt by the National Assembly to amend the 1999 Constitution. This is not the first time the National Assembly would be amending the 1999 Constitution. In the 6th Assembly, lawmakers tried to amend the Constitution but concentrated largely on issues relating to electoral reforms. This time, the Senate in the 7th Assembly is going far beyond electoral reforms, delving into these key issues identified by its Constitution Review Committee at the end of the retreat on constitutional review. The issues are: one term of 5 years for the President, Vice President, governors and deputy governors; devolution of powers for true federalism; indigenship and Section 42 of the Constitution; financial autonomy for state houses of assembly; creation of one state for the Southeast Zone; creation of state police; immunity clause; judicial reform. For many Nigerians, these issues are as diverse and controversial, and at the retreat, some expressed where they stand on these issues.
We must look at the issues of who are the federating units? What am I to this country? What is River State to this country? How are the revenues shared? Who generates revenue? The revenues of the country. These are critical questions. Why should the federal government have 52.8% when development takes place in the different states? How is that 52.8% shared?
I think Section 147 of the Constitution that says that you cannot be a federal minister unless you become an indigene of the state. Let us expunge indigeneity and talk about state representation in keeping with the spirit of the federal character principle.
With the level of controversy these issues are sure to generate, lawmakers say they are up to the task.
The issue of sentiments, yes, it will be there, but with so many people in the committee, I believe that the views that would lead to amendments that Nigerians would benefit at the end of the day would obviously take the day.
Though we are from different states and different senatorial districts, but once we are assembling at Abuja, our interest, our focus is that of Nigeria. So we see ourselves as patriots, nationalists. So that means that in looking at this issue, we are going to look at it from the perspective of the ordinary Nigerian. How does it enhance the value system? How does it enhance does it deepen democracy?
But some lawmakers insisted that an amendment of the Constitution would not solve the problems facing the country. Some others were also not optimistic about how far-reaching this exercise would be.
The most important thing before this country is good governance. When you have very good, dedicated, devoted people in place at the helms of affairs, they will always make our constitution work. We can do whatever grammar we want to do here. Once the provisions we have been able to amend are not properly implemented, we still go back to square one.
The governors are the landlord, they are the emperor of the state houses of assembly. Unlike the National Assembly, it's not like that. And the unfortunate thing is that whatever grammar we present here, we still need the 24 states out of 36 to endorse it. How do you get it?
As controversial and sensitive as the issues to be reviewed are, some Nigerians have cautioned that the National Assembly should not allow sentiments becloud their sense of judgment as it reviews the Constitution. Linda Kigbe, Channels Television News.